Linda, I'm so excited for you to be here, and thank you so much for taking the time out to come see us. First off, can you tell me a little bit about how Kim was like as a child and what it was like raising her?
And Kim is my youngest daughter of 3 daughters. So she had 2 older sisters that are taller, more athletic than she was when she was growing up, but she held her own the whole way through. We are a close family, all of us. She talked about her grandma Betty in the press conference, who's 96 years old, and her dad, and all of us were very close growing up. I hardly ever missed a sporting event, whether it was basketball or softball or volleyball or whatever they were playing in, the 3 daughters, and got to be a big part of her life. So I was a teacher, and I had some time in the afternoons and evenings that I could go and participate, in the bleachers watching their events. So
in the press conference, Kim talked about how excited her dad would be if he got to see where she is today. Tell me a little bit about her and her dad's bond as she grew up.
Oh, they had a special relationship. Scott would be beside himself if he were here right now. Unbelievable. I can hear him singing Rocky Top from Heaven. I really can. He coached the girls from the time they were in elementary school basketball all the way up until high school. And when Kim got her first head coaching position at Glenville State, she invited him to come be her assistant coach. And so he retired from coaching high school basketball, where he was very successful. He had won 3 state championships and been runner-up a couple times, and sold his construction business, which he also did, and went to be her assistant coach. And they made so many nice memories during those years that he was there with her at Glenville until he passed away.
So I'm sure this probably has a lot to do with her dad, but how did Kim first get involved in basketball?
She really didn't have much of a choice with her dad being a basketball coach. She played a little softball, played a little volleyball, but all 3 of my daughters were definitely steered in the direction of basketball.
So how did you find out that Kim was named the head coach of Tennessee, and what was your reaction?
I'm still overcome by it. It's hard to believe that this is really true. It's beyond a dream. Somebody told me this morning, well, is this a dream come true? And I said, I don't even dream this big. It's just awesome. She called or texted me and said, Tennessee is talking to me. And I was like, So, yeah, I'm very, very overwhelmed and excited for them, for her and her husband, Justin, and just thrilled. And it's been a whirlwind of blessings over this last week.
What do you think are some of the best qualities about your daughter on and off the court?
Well, on the court, she's an excellent coach. She has proven that at different levels. She's taken a mishmash of players and melded them into a team that works cohesively together. And her people skills are some of her best qualities, that she can relate to people, very level-headed, very down to earth, listens to what everyone has to say to her, and her faith. Her faith is a big part of her persona.
You obviously play a big role in Kim becoming the woman she is today. What are some values and morals that you tried to instill in her as she was growing up?
That's a question I brought my cell phone for. One of her and her dad's and mine, our whole family's mantras, mottos would be to give God glory in everything that we do. We want to give him the glory. And so we just finished up our championship season at Marshall University, and we had stickers. We've done this since Scott coached at Parkersburg South High School. Stickers that say 3G, and it stands for the 3 games in the tournament. We want to win the 3 games, but more importantly, it stands for give God glory. So the players all had these stickers, their families, the fans. We gave out hundreds of these stickers to people, and around the country, they're still, mine's kind of used now. If I'd known I was going to be on TV, I would have brought a nicer one. But anyway, that would probably be a motto.
Kim mentioned that you were the best teen mom at the press conference and that the Lady Vols would figure that out very soon. So what are some of your faithful duties as a teen mom?
Well, my faithful duties have morphed significantly since Division II Glenville State, where was her first head coaching job. It's a small, tiny town in the middle of West Virginia, in the middle of nowhere. There's one stoplight, There's no Walmart. It's 45 minutes to the closest Walmart. So there's no restaurants. I mean, there's a McDonald's and a Pizza Hut, but very few restaurants. So I cooked for the team for every home game. We had meatballs and macaroni was probably their favorite, but they liked spaghetti, they liked chicken, so I'd take my crock pots and take them to the gym and feed the team after the games. We would do goodie bags, whatever needed to be done at Glenville, because Scott and Kim were the staff, and I was, okay, you do everything else. So there was a lot to be done at that level in that location. But last year at Marshall, they had restaurants where we were in Huntington, so I didn't have to do as much cooking. Cooked a couple meals for the team, and I assume that these Tennessee Lady Vols like to eat too, so we'll probably do a home-cooked meal here or there. Prayer, a lot of prayer. We'll go into that, covering her. I have lots of friends that are praying for her and for me about this conversation right here. So, yeah, anything she needs.
Do you have any remembrance of Pat Summitt and her impact on the Lady Vols basketball team? And how do you feel that this responsibility is being carried over to your daughter?
Yes, her impact on women's basketball is unparalleled. I do actually have a funny Pat Summitt story, so you'll like this one, I think. So Kim's AAU team was playing in a tournament. I believe they were in Augusta, Georgia, a Nike National tournament. And she and a teammate saw a Pat Summitt, who had come to watch another team, obviously not Kim's caliber of player, but another team, and they saw her. And you would have thought that, I don't know, she was a huge celebrity. Just, I can't think of anybody more famous that I can compare her to, but they were thrilled. And she had on flip-flops. And Kim and Taylor said, Mom, you wouldn't let us wear our flip-flops. Pat Summitt's wearing flip-flops. I had told them their flip-flops weren't dressy enough or didn't look appropriate, and they said, Pat Summitt is wearing flip-flops.
Now, I know your lives are probably about to take a drastic change. So tell me, are you excited? Are you a little nervous? How do you feel about it?
Oh, yes, definitely nervous, definitely excited, overwhelmed, just so thankful that Kim has this opportunity, and Justin and our whole family. Like you said, we're going to be impacted. She's not going to be able to go anywhere. I think I'm going to do a lot of grocery shopping probably. Mom, I can't go to the grocery store, so it's on you. But yeah, I don't really know what to expect, have never experienced a lot of these things, but we'll learn and we'll enjoy it.
As for Mom, what would be one piece of advice that you would give to your daughter as the new head coach of Tennessee?
Keep your faith. Just God brought you here. He wouldn't have given you this opportunity if He didn't think you could do it. And He hasn't failed you yet. He's not going to fail you now.